Hey there, thanks for joining me for the second episode of Zella's Journey. As you can see, she's holding down the couch tonight with her sister Lucy, and her brother Levi's over here on the other couch. Just wanted to get right into it. One of the first things that happened after she had her kidney removed, as in the other episode I explained about that, is that she got to a point where she couldn't hold down any food and her body wasn't absorbing food. So she lost weight very quickly. She got down to about 39 pounds, which for her size, she should be about 55 pounds. So that was quite a bit of weight loss. And because she couldn't keep anything down, she was hospitalized a couple of times over the first 2 months so that they could get IV fluids in her body and keep her hydrated. Since she only was down to one kidney, that was really imperative and it was very critical. In fact, the vet didn't think she was going to live, but she did. One of the first things that I did was look into I did some research, and I consulted with a nutritional expert, a specialist that specializes in nutrition for dogs. And she helped me get her on some hydrolyzed food. Now, hydrolyzed food means that the proteins are broken down so tiny and so microscopically. The proteins are broken down microscopically so that they can be absorbed much easier into the body, so their body doesn't have to work as hard to absorb those proteins. So we got her started on some of that. The downside is she developed an allergy to it, which is quite common, especially with a pork product, and we did have her on hydrolyzed pork. But that was one of the first things that we did. I also took her in for acupuncture on a regular basis. And if you haven't had acupuncture or done acupuncture for your pets, acupuncture can do amazing things. I love acupuncture. My acupuncturist is Dr. Katie Jones for the dogs. She is amazing. And we see her from time to time. You'll see videos. In fact, I've got one with Levi making a trip just last week. So I want to just go down the list of items, and I had to print it off because I could not remember everything and get it all in here. So the first thing that I did was, like I said, consult a nutritionist and get her on the right food, go get acupuncture. One of the things that most vets want to do in this kind of instance is give some kind of a steroid just to get some temporary relief. And I'm not a fan of that. So I didn't put her on prednisone at all. That was something that I thought it was a last resort for me, not a first resort. So instead, I went with a natural route. And some of the things that I used was turmeric. She got 500 milligrams twice a day. And so that was one of the first things that we did. I also fed her 4 times a day instead of twice, smaller meals. So she got a Life's Abundance cookie right out of bed. They're made with human grade ingredients, and I'll drop a link below so you can check those out. So she'd get an oatmeal cookie first thing out of bed. Then she'd get a small breakfast with her turmeric. And I also added digestive supplement number 10 and foundation supplement number 10 and digestive supplement number 30. And both of those can be purchased at Silver Linings Herbs, which I will also drop a link to below. Now, they're all natural. They're herbal, they have mushrooms, they have some other things in them to help settle their stomach, marshmallow root, licorice. She also got a vitamin called Agility Formula. Once again, that came from Life's Abundance. And it has Boswellia serrata in it. So if you're not familiar with Boswellia serrata, that is it's basically Indian frankincense. So frankincense it's good for everything. It's such an amazing oil. The essential oil is absolutely amazing, but frankincense in general is good for so many things. We're going to do a highlight of frankincense in another video. I've got some videos coming up that are going to be highlighting essential oils every week. But getting back to our list, goat's milk. I added goat's milk to her food twice a day, in the morning and at night. So she was eating 4 meals. She was eating a small meal in the morning, at noon, at dinner, and at about 9:30 p.m. The reason for that was to just keep something in her stomach to keep her from getting gaseous and wanting to throw up. That's typically what she did. Every morning she'd get up, she'd go outside, she'd throw up, she'd come in, she wouldn't want to eat. So, and it would just perpetuate until we could get something in her like that. So we did the goat's milk twice a day. She also got something from Life's Abundance called a wellness formula, and it is basically a highly digestible product that's got lactobacillus in it. It's made specifically for dogs, and it helps aid in their digestion and their gut health overall. I'm also we started some new things since then with 4-leaf rover, and I'm going to drop some links for 4-leaf rover because I really, really like their stuff. And that's a whole nother conversation. We're going to talk about dirt-based probiotics versus lactobacillus probiotics, but for this purpose, that's what she was getting during this time frame. Then in the evening, I would add either pumpkin or cottage cheese. Well, I probably would add that twice a day, either at noon and then in the evening, or just kind of alternate that between the meals. And it was just a spoonful, like a tablespoon of pumpkin, tablespoon of cottage cheese, not at the same time, alternating those. Typically, I gave her the pumpkin at night because it kind of just helped ease her stomach for overnight. And I would say within about 90 days of doing this, we started the first part of May, and by the end of August, she was back to eating regular food. So my vet was amazed that I actually was able to pull her out of this, well, he was calling it like something similar to irritable bowel syndrome or IBD. And she came out of it without having to go on any kind of medications, other than we did do a little Prilosec at the beginning. Don't want her to get addicted to that because that can be something that could become a problem. So she did have a little bit of Prilosec, and that would probably be the only, if you want to say it, pharmaceutical that she had during this time frame. But by the end of August, so it was a whole summer of feeding 4 times a day with these products. And I learned how to do sub-Q fluids at home with my friend Melissa, because we did have to do that a few times to keep her hydrated properly. Those are the things that I did to help get her past this little hump that she had right after she had the kidney removed and lost a bunch of weight. So she still struggles with digestive issues, and we have since then found out that she's got some food allergies as well. So she's eating some different food now than she was at the beginning, and I think we've got that a little bit better controlled. But it's something that went along with having such toxicity in her body for such a long time with that diseased kidney, as I discussed in the previous video. If you haven't watched that, tune in and watch that, and then like and subscribe. We'd love to have you back. If you want to follow up and keep informed about what else we did for Zella, that would be great. I also am going to be doing some spotlights, like I said, about essential oils, and talking about the essential oils that I use for her still on a daily basis or weekly basis to keep her healthy and off of medications at this point in time. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.